What is going on, guys? I'm Beautiful Dust, and today I want to talk to you guys about Anthem, BioWare's new Iron Man fantasy meets looter shooter. It looks fantastic, and there's been a lot of really cool news coming out of E3. We're going to dive right in and take a broad look at this ambitious IP, starting with the Javelins. The world of Anthem is a world abandoned in the midst of its creation. The gods, called Shapers, left the planet in the middle of its genesis, leaving their tools of creation behind. These Shaper relics, used to bring life to the planet, now turn on at random, spreading disaster in their wake. Humanity's only hope of dealing with this threat? The Javelin. We don't know exactly how they came to be, yet, but we do know that the Legion of Dawn was the first group to ever use them. With this newfound power, humanity could stop the Shaper relics from going out of control and defend themselves against the many threats that the Shapers left behind. Capable of both flight and underwater travel, these exosuits are the pinnacle of technology, each a handcrafted masterpiece. Mass production doesn't exist in this world. Each of these suits is a work of art ready to bring destruction to the battlefield. Enter the Freelancers. An offshoot of the Legion of Dawn, the Freelancers' primary goal is to safeguard humanity. Using their skill with the Javelins, these men and women do the jobs humans themselves are incapable of doing. This is where your story begins. Upon starting the game, you'll only have access to the Ranger exosuit, but during the story, you'll unlock 3 more of these marvels for a total of 4 suits at launch. This might sound like a small number, but each suit is highly customizable to fit the needs of your playstyle. Each Javelin comes equipped with 2 weapon slots, 2 gear slots, 1 melee ability, and 1 ultimate ability. Their cosmetic appearance can be customized as well, so you can look super fly when you're flying through the sky. While these suits are truly amazing, they're not without their limitations. Fly too long or swim too deep, and you may find yourself in trouble. Fall damage does exist in Anthem. Stay in the air too long and your thrusters will overheat. Stay in the water too long and your oxygen supply could run out. Thankfully, you can bypass the flight limitations by cruising under a waterfall to reset your heat gauge and cool down your suit. Now, as I said, there will be 4 Javelins in total at launch, unlockable through playing the critical path, i.e. the story. We have no details about any other suits, but it seems likely that new suits will be released eventually, potentially as DLC, but nothing has been confirmed. We don't know anything yet. But let's take a look at the starter suit, the Ranger. The Ranger is a balanced all-around Javelin, equally mobile and strong. This suit is a jack of all trades. Confirmed weapons we've seen this suit equipped with include assault rifles, shotguns, machine pistols, and potentially vault rifles, though we don't know exactly what those are yet. We've just seen one drop in a clip from E3 2017. For gear, Rangers can equip frost grenades that freeze the enemies in place, leaving them ripe for a combo attack, as well as a pulse cannon. Now, we didn't see this in action in the footage that they showed at E3, but Cactus HD uploaded a video discussing it from his hands-on play session with the E3 demo build that he was able to play. The cannon fires an energy blast that bounces between foes, sending up a flurry of damage numbers. It sounds really satisfying. So thank you to Cactus HD for that info. Much love, man. I'm totally not jealous that you got to play. Okay, I'm a little jealous, but I'm okay now. The Ranger's melee attack is something like an electrified mace. It seems pretty straightforward. You just kind of smack somebody with it. You can see a clip of it in the promotional trailer. And its ultimate ability is a salvo of seeker missiles that deal some serious damage while also tracking their target. Now, this looks like it'll be useful for single target DPS as well as taking out just hordes of mobs. Looks really cool. I'm excited about it. Well, that's it for the Ranger. Let's check out the Colossus. This bad boy is a tank, and an adaptable tank at that. Sporting the highest health of all the Javelins, this suit is meant to take a beating. It comes equipped with a shield, useful for detonating mines and tanking damage, and of course, it's got the biggest guns in the game. Heavy machine guns, shotguns, railguns, these are the order of the day for the Colossus. It's unclear whether you can equip any other smaller weapons on this suit, but who can say no to machine guns? For gear slots, we've seen some interesting diversity in this suit. One demo javelin was equipped with a flame mortar and a flamethrower, clearly a close quarters build, with the flame mortar acting like a grenade launcher according to some playtesters. The second was equipped with a legendary multi-mortar, we'll get into that more later, as well as an extremely powerful missile. This Colossus was clearly equipped to fight a more ranged battle, and it's really encouraging to see some diversity in the builds and just this little bit of information. For its melee ability, the Colossus can perform a powerful ground pound, damaging all enemies within a radius around the impact. And for its ultimate, it can brandish a powerful cannon capable of firing approximately 5 to 6 high damage shots at its target. That info is courtesy of Dado's video regarding his playtests. Dado, I love your face. We hugged once. It was great. Thanks for the info, bud. Overall, this suit is a walking tank, ready to bring destruction to your enemies. Definitely check this one out on launch. Also of note, the Colossus takes reduced fall damage and is great for beginners. Next up is the Storm. Billed as a glass cannon, this is clearly the fan favorite right now. The Storm is visually striking with its flowing cape and ability to levitate for long amounts of time in some sort of energy barrier. We don't know how it works, but it looks damn cool. We don't know a lot about this suit right now, but in the demo we can see it has a machine pistol equipped and what appears to be either an assault rifle or an energy rifle. We didn't see it used, so we don't actually know. It's unclear whether this is a gear slot ability or an ultimate, but it can also launch a sort of energy bomb from its hand. This thing looks really cool, and I can't help but get some Warlock vibes whenever I see it operating. Definitely count me in on the energy bomb stuff. I'm sure there will be many a freelancer grinding to get their hands on this suit come launch, and I will be one of them. The Hunter main in me just can't resist that sexy cape. Lastly, we have the Interceptor. We know literally nothing about this suit at the moment other than what it looks like, and it does look really cool. I like the lightweight feeling of the suit. We don't know much though, so hopefully we'll be hearing from the devs soon regarding its abilities. It should be noted that the Interceptor and Storm suits are considered light javelins with less protection than their armored counterparts. They do, however, have the added benefit of changing appearance depending on your choice of gender with your pilot, so your personal choices on your freelancer will be reflected more strongly in these exosuits. Now, I know many of you likely have questions beyond just the hardware. Questions about that glorious four-letter word. What about the loot? We don't have a lot of details on the loot system, but we do have a few. The game will use a typical color-coded loot system, starting with green gear and then working up to blue, purple, and finally orange. Rumor has it that the devs may even be working on an ancient class of weapon. We don't know. It's not confirmed at all, but that could be really cool, and please get it in the game. We also know that these different weapons and gear can come with different perks or abilities. That legendary multi-mortar, it's a perk to fire multiple rounds at a time for serious damage. The demo build also included a frost grenade that caused enemies to explode when killed, causing chain explosions and crazy combos. There was also an assault rifle that procced an AoE shock effect every 10th hit. If they have more gear like that up their sleeves, I will be happy to chase it. It should be noted that loot is personal and instanced, meaning no griefing, no loot stealing, no kill stealing to worry about. Everyone gets their own tasty pile of loot. Now, being a BioWare game, I'm sure there's a bunch of BioWare fans out there worried that potentially they're going to be left behind in the story aspect because of this open world, shared world approach that BioWare's taking with Anthem. I want to reassure you guys that from what they've talked about and what they've shown, it looks really cool. Their concept for the game is our world, my story. So, in the shared world outside of Fort Tarsis, which is your base, and also the Strider, which is your mobile base of sorts, all of that is going to be a shared experience. So we're all going to see the same things, the same weather. All of that is actually synced across all servers at all times. So whatever you experience out in the world, that is happening for everybody, everywhere. It's really cool. I like that concept. The My Story aspect takes place in Fort Tarsis, our main base, if you will, for the game. In Fort Tarsis, you'll be in first-person view to have a closer, more intimate relationship with the NPCs there. This is also where the story is going to happen and where you're going to make your choices of which NPC to go with. Your classic BioWare do this or do this, change the world this way or this way. All of that impact and storytelling is going to happen in Fort Tarsis, and I'm excited because it sounds like they're just as focused on making sure this is a great BioWare game that fans know and love, as well as they are a great looter shooter. So don't worry, the story's going to be there. The world of Anthem looks to be a vast mystery just waiting to be discovered. The developers have confirmed that there will be plenty of lore scattered across the world awaiting some curious freelancer with some spare time and a knack for exploration. We don't know much about this old and storied planet, but we know a little. The Shaper relics the freelancers work to keep in check run on a mysterious energy called the Anthem of Creation. Its powers to bring life is incredible, but of course, there are some who wish to use this energy to dominate and destroy. The Dominion, a kingdom of humans to the north, they seek to weaponize the Anthem and use it for their own ends. They are an ancient enemy of the freelancers, and worse, they use javelins as well. But this is not our only foe. The Scars, an enigmatic race with some sort of connection to the Shapers, also seek more Shaper technology. Their goals are unclear, but I personally can't wait to learn more when the game launches. Now these are grave threats, but in some ways they're no more grave than the threats faced by humanity on a daily basis from the planet itself. Shaper relics activate at a moment's notice, giant ash titans, the Orsics, which are these cool insect bear monster things. I can't wait to encounter them. There are supposedly other apex predators as well. All of these pose a threat to the existence of humanity, and the freelancers are the first line of defense. I, for one, can't wait to dive into this brand new world that BioWare is bringing to life. I think it has a lot of potential as a looter shooter and a lot of potential to tell some really cool stories and give us some moments and gear to chase. Now, one thing we haven't talked about is the Elder Game, BioWare's name for the end game in Anthem. We don't know a whole lot yet. The only thing we do know is that there will be missions called Strongholds, which will be raid-like, dungeon-like activities that will lead to endgame loot. But that's all we know right now. More to come when we hear more from BioWare. Now, it should be said that everything in this video is subject to change. The game is still in development, but I will always do my best to bring you the most accurate and up-to-date information possible. Guys, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to see more Anthem content. We'll be covering Destiny as well. We also stream daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/beautifuldust if you want to come hang out and be part of the community. I think we have some awesome people there. But guys, I will catch you next time. Thank you so much. Peace out.